Hey YouTube, it's the Uneducated Educator back with a new video for you guys. Well, I had a little discussion with a guy today that told me he was having a nasty divorce. So I asked him, a few questions to see what was going on. And he explained to me that him and his wife had been together for 10 years and that, in the first 5 years he cheated and she chose to forgive him. And after that, after choosing to forgive him, few years later, she cheated. She had an 11-month affair. And he asked her, well, why did you, say that you would forgive me? And then she said, well, she thought she was over it, but she wasn't. See, this is what messes up relationships. So I asked him, I said, so, why'd you cheat? What was the reason behind your cheating? You know what I'm saying? Because, he initiated the bad vibes with the cheating. And he said to me that ain't enough sex in a relationship. And he said that, when he was younger, he was molested by his aunt. And that invoked a more hypersexuality. So he was, he needed a lot more sex than he was getting. And I said to myself, all right, so I asked him. I said, bro, did you tell your wife about this? Did you let her know that you were molested as a child and it made you a little bit more hypersexual? So that's the reason why, so that maybe she could help you. Y'all could talk about it. Therapy. See, this is what I'll be talking about being honest with people when you first begin a relationship. Y'all can get some of the stuff that you're going through out in the open and share with someone, then you can actually work on the problem instead of holding it in and harboring. These are why you get into these relationships, for support. Also, they have what they call therapists that you could talk to. But getting in a relationship with someone before you're together is one of the worst things you could do. If you are not focused on the things that you need to do for yourself, then you're not no good for anybody else. People always want to be in a relationship with people when they're not healed themselves. But what I've learned is if you just listen sometimes, you might find the answer. You might get the answer that you're looking for because you're listening for it. But I do want to do a little bit of more research on that hypersexuality. And I've heard many places that a lot of the times children that are molested tend to be more sexual at an early age. And a lot of these kids are being molested because they're neglected. There's nobody around to keep an eye on them. And because it seems like it's love that they're being shown and the attention that they need is being given, they're partaking in these things because who else is giving them love? It seems like the person's loving them, right? But they fucking them up in their heads. They fucking them up in their head royally. These things can be avoided. You know what I'm saying? We just think, take time, be patient. Not try to rush into any situations that's not good for us. Don't go into any relationships if you haven't healed from your last relationship. A lot of the times that when we hear things going on in these relationships, it's always the baby father's fault. He's cheating, he's creeping. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes y'all women are out here being very spiteful, being very insecure, thinking that the man is doing something because he's hanging out with his friends or he just needs a little bit of space. But a lot of times, if you really get to know your mate, you would know what type of space they're in or around what kind of space they're in. Or they would feel comfortable enough to express to you what's going on with them. Comfort is one of the best things that a person can have in order to be able to reach out and express themselves, is be comfortable around the people that they're with so they can share what they feel. Nobody wants to be in a relationship where they're scared to talk because everything they say or do makes you either insecure or makes them feel insecure. Not everything somebody says has to be acted on. It's just thoughts. Anyway, YouTube, I think I talked enough. Like, share, subscribe. Remember, each one teach one. With all this information, we could only reach one? Nah, we gotta reach them all. I don't like that either. Okay, so remember, YouTube, each one teach one. We here to share so other people could experience life situations so they can learn from it, and maybe it'll help them out. Peace.